Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Licensed to Roam, where I'll be providing content on football tactics and analysis on European football and the beautiful game from across the globe. Thank you for tuning in. Firstly, a bit about me. My name's Ed Stratman and I'm a freelance football writer and journalist who writes about the on-field aspects of the game, specialising and focusing on tactics and analysis. I've been involved in the sport for over a decade and have worked with a host of prestigious clubs, organisations and publications such as Arsenal's official website, Everton's website, AS Roma's website, Scout, Goal, the Bundesliga's official website, Liverpool Echo, Fox Sports, the Professional Football Scouts Association, Monaco Tribune, 442, Yahoo Sports UK, Unibet, Tifo Football, and the Football Federation of Australia, plus many more. You can follow me on Twitter at Edward Stratman. If you enjoy the video, would really appreciate if you liked, subscribed, and provided any comments as I get started and hope to grow the channel in the future. All right, to kick things off, I'll start with an analysis centering on AS Monaco, a club who I cover for the Monaco Tribute, and their tactically flexible star defender Wilfried Singo, who joined in the summer from Torino. To start with an overview of Monaco this season, a team I've covered over the last 5 years for the Monaco Tribune. Obviously, Huda deserves immense credit for his strong start to life with the team, especially in a results-based business like football, where managers are placed under enormous pressure to perform. While there have been some recent losses and setbacks against the likes of PSG, Lille and Lyon, despite Monaco often holding the ascendancy in a host of metrics, meaning they surrendered top spot in League One a little while back, they still sit an impressive third in the standings, having won 10, drawn 3, and lost 4. Attacking the challenge head-on and immediately getting to work to implement his offensively geared philosophy that he's tailored brilliantly to fit the strengths of his players, the Austrian's body of work has been nothing short of impressive so far. His fast start to life at the helm has been made all the more eye-catching by the fact he's had to deal with plentiful injury worries in defence, especially where he's often been forced to use makeshift backlines and play players out of position to get by. Singo, especially the player at the focus of this video, has given him a vital solution due to his capacity to fill a variety of defensive roles centrally and out wide due to his physicality and athleticism. Obviously, losing integral members of the squad to devastating ACL injuries in set-piece specialist and assist king in Caio Henrique and striking powerhouse Brielle Embolo, the Austrian also deserves credit for overcoming these massive losses admirably. His tactical flexibility has also been on full show, where he shrewdly adapted depending on the opposition and personnel available. The win over Metz was a prime example, where he switched away from his third back three to a back four to cope with the lack of defensive numbers. Another testament to the aforementioned arose when Wissam Ben Yedder, an exciting big money signing from Arsenal in Folarin Balogun, have been deployed as a striking duo due to the unavailabilities of Golovin, Minamino and rising sensation Ben Seguir in attacking midfield a few weeks ago. Getting the best out of the players at his disposal, it's been particularly terrific to see Minamino enjoying a new lease of life under his tutelage after a tough first term at the club under Clement, and starman Golovin carrying his exceptional form from last season into this crusade. In addition, the slick positional rotations, tremendous energy in midfield from the likes of Fofana, Kamara, Matazzo and Zakaria when featuring there, as he's also played quite heavily in the centre of defence. The dynamism from young livewire Akliush, the solid form of Kuhn in goal and tidy output from Singo, as mentioned, and the out-of-position Magassa in defence have all been extra reasons for upside, typically favouring a 3-4-2-1 shape that provides a fantastic framework for their attacking weapons to combine in close proximity in and around the final third and to disrupt defences with their movement. It's also been great to see the wing-backs giving that width while still having some numbers behind the ball when turnovers occur. While it's been a slight problem, the transition getting caught out is obviously still a lot to work on, but there have been some good strides in their counter-pressing to prevent these dangerous counter-attacking situations. So all things considered, there's definitely been a lot to like about how he's got the team playing. Obviously, the Austrian isn't content just yet with how things are going and knows there's room for refinement. Obviously, he said we have a lot to improve. We still have to work because we are not 100% in all sectors. So many people already think we're a top team. I think we're a good team, but we have a lot of work to do. So without the rigours of European football to worry about, it's obvious Huta has been using this valuable extra time on the training ground to good effect, which has streamlined his ability to rapidly get his message across. While they are by no means a complete package yet and have had their defensive issues, Once they recover some heavy hitters from injury and Hutter can fully install this defined philosophy, it'll be captivating to see how they fare moving forward. Obviously, a massive offensive force to be reckoned with, boasting a hugely exciting squad and desperate to return to the Champions League group stage for the first time since 2018-2019. Obviously, after falling in those final qualifying round hurdles recently twice, all the early indicators are encouraging that they can achieve just that. Bringing the feel-good back to the club after Le Monégasque's terrible end to last season under Philippe Clement, where they won only 4 of their last 14 matches, Monaco appear to be back on the right path. Even though it's still early days of the Hutter era at Monaco and there's still some problems to be addressed, all things considered, he deserves plenty of praise for propelling his team to such a fine start to the campaign despite all the adversity he's already faced. Cutting a revitalised, refreshed outfit under the 53-year-old, excitement is certainly high that this entertaining, free-flowing ASM can continue on along their upward trajectory to fulfil their lofty ambitions of returning to the upper echelons of Ligue 1 and in the process securing their spot in next Crusade's Champions League. Obviously on to Singo specifically now and what he brings to the table individually, and there's no doubting he's been a huge asset to Hutter and Monaco. Singo's tactical versatility and tremendous quality continues to come to the fore for Monaco with his plethora of accomplished bodies of work against a host of teams, underlining what an asset he is. Whether deployed as the right-sided central defender within the Austrian tactician's preferred back five, which has been his usual slot, or even as a central defender in a back four, which he did with aplomb against Montpellier on his way to earning a place in the famed L'Équipe Team of the Week, alongside the likes of Minamino, Mbappe and Hakimi. Singo's handled his responsibilities with aplomb, also excelling playing as a wing-back or a full-back in previous years in teams. If need be, this adds extra value, if needed, to operate here for Monaco too, and ensures Hutter can instruct him to maraud into advanced areas, which he often does, which we'll touch on later because it plays to his strengths, obviously. He's very adaptable and he's been hugely instrumental towards his team keeping 5 clean sheets so far, with his physicality, athleticism and intelligent reading of the play serving as key cornerstones behind his success. An absolute monster in the duels, the way Singo applies his interventions with a nice blend of power and finesse, plus uses his fantastic leap and judgment to win the majority of his aerial battles, and the smartly positioned to break up attacks has been extremely impressive. Moreover, the way he uses his powers of anticipation, immense strength and blistering speed hold him in good stead to track runners in behind, support colleagues, help in counter attacks, and obviously just get back and provide support in any dangerous situations. Very awake to danger and so explosive off the mark. Singo handles his direct opponents so well and is also on hand to support nearby colleagues in the event if they blow a marking assignment or they need help in transition, which is especially handy when he's operating with maybe a slower centre-back like Guillermo Maripan, who mainly uses positioning to nullify attacks. Obviously, he uses his rangy arms to unbalance foes and his long legs to reach in and regain possession, which is also accompanied by his strength and sort of aggression in the duels against his adversaries, which obviously compounds issues for them as they really struggle to come up trumps against him. Obviously, when opponents are looking to build out from the back or go long from goal kicks, his aerial presence in alliance with his aggressive back-to-goal pressure to forcefully stop opponents from turning or enjoying a clean touch is a great disruptive power of his as well, and really helps Monaco regain the ball in ideal areas to attack again against usually unset defences who might be preparing for an attack of their own. So listening to Singo recently saying about how much he just loves competing and what a fierce sort of mindset he has in the duels, he said, "It's true that I really like competing in the duels. It's part of my game. This may be explained by the fact that I come from Italy, a very physical championship. The coach tells me that we have to win all these duels, and he often talks to me about making a physical impact. For the moment, it's going well. I hope to continue like this." And similarly influential going forward as well, the imposing Ivorian has stamped his mark here too. Obviously, he's a constant thorn in the side of teams with his driving dribbles, strength on the ball, and pretty incisive distribution, adding a heap of impetus to Monaco's offensive passages. Making the most of any opportunity to surge upfield, his ball carrying is excellent in terms of gaining territory, provoking opponents to press, and then obviously leaving room to be exploited by the likes of Golovin, Minamino, Vanderson out wide. It just puts defenders in a conundrum whether to stay or go. And if they stay, obviously he can have more room to dribble and then provoke them further up the field. Or if they leave, he can find a way to access them directly or via a third man combination as well. So able to breeze by opponents with pace, his fleet feet, nice feints, and as well as his strength. This is a very important aspect of his game. Obviously, his passing has been pretty excellent as well. He's been confident and shown great decision-making when to strike the expansive pass or keep things simple when circulating or waiting for a weakness in the opposition attack to arise. So he's been very important in terms of beating the first line of pressure well. There's much to like about how he can complete and execute the line-breaking passes, hit measured through balls over the top, down the channels and centrally to the likes of Balogun and Ben Yedder. And he's just shown a lot of class in this regard, which has given that progressive side to Monaco and helped install Huta's plans to build out from the back. Obviously, his ability to give his team solutions to form overloads when building out from the back, especially from that wide central defensive post, where they can often get that 3v2 and then give him a huge platform to surge wide on the dribble into the half spaces. And like we were just saying before, causing issues for defenders, whether to leave or stay. And then obviously making space for some of those attacking players to wreak havoc in between the lines and the half spaces. And obviously get those wide overloads going as well in diamond and triangular shapes. That's been another nice hallmark of his too. Obviously, it's interesting to note in such cases, to provide the framework for him to do the dribbling upfield. One of the central midfielders like Fofana will drop in and create that base of three again to give structural security in case of a turnover. So it gives him that freedom to maraud upfield with the peace of mind knowing there is coverage and protection present. So yeah, it's just been great to see him completed a host of masterclasses in the back line, and obviously he's getting a lot of plaudits, and he's obviously been one of the better defenders in Ligue 1, and it's just been impressive how he's adapted to a new league and a new manager and the way he's handled all the different roles he's been tasked with. So yeah, joining from Torino for a bargain 10 million transfer fees, undisputably been one of the signings of the season in the French top flight. A host of excellent outings to start the season has been a testament to his quality on both sides of the ball and why he's justifiably one of the first names on Huta's team sheet. Already indispensable and cementing his place emphatically, Singo's been just the driving force Monaco needs in defence since the recent departures of heavy hitters like Badiashile and Disasi to Chelsea in recent times. Obviously taking a look at the statistics now from FBref, and they illustrate his excellence and just how good he's been. As you can see, Singo holds his own in a variety of metrics compared to centre-backs in Ligue 1. Obviously, on the attacking side, it's obviously helped by the role he plays, given that little bit of extra freedom to maraud forward, but that doesn't take away from the fact he predominantly does play as a centre-back. So in everything from shots to expected assists, shot-creating actions, progressive passing, progressive carrying, successful take-ons, touches in the attacking penalty area, progresses and passes received, which shows his movement, then obviously the interceptions and the aerial duels won sort of is a testament to that quality defending we've been talking about. So that just gives you a nice brief overview of him statistically as well as through analysis of the eye. So it's just been great to see him doing so well at Monaco this season. So that wraps up the end of the analysis, and really appreciate you taking the time to watch and listen. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Would really appreciate that. And thank you again for taking the time to watch the video. Have a great day and see you on the next one.